Hello, this is just an intro. The video that you're about to see is my life update with dating in general. Now, I've heard some comments, some slides, some shit that I've heard from people saying that I shouldn't do this, but I don't really give a shit. I don't care. This is my diary. This is my life. I'm going to tell it how it is, and if you don't like how I do this, then don't watch it. I implore you not to watch it then. Because if you really don't like how I do this method, then I don't care for you. I really don't. Because I'm getting tired of what I can or cannot post. And this is my channel, not yours. So, with that being said, I'm going to be making two parts of videos. My life update and a rant. Now, it's called Grind My Gears. I used to do that years ago. But, with that being said, if you are associated with me or know me and you don't like this content, fuck off. Because if you don't like listening to this shit, then fuck off. I don't need you judging how I do this. This is a diary so I could listen and I could go back to everything that I've said and said on the record. So I know what I can remember, because the amount of shit that I have to go through in this lifetime is so hard to remember. So I would like to have a video to remind me of shit that has been done in my life. And if you don't like that, then go fuck yourself. But for the people that do, and the people that stay here, thank you. Like and comment and subscribe. Like I said, this is a part 2 of 2 parts of a video. So this video is going to be going over my life update, which I haven't made in like so many months. But yeah, we'll get into that. But I'll make another intro for the part 2, so you understand where it goes. But for you to understand part 1, part 2, you're going to have to listen to part 1. So if you really want to listen to both parts, they're going to be up very soon, but I'll be editing them, and I'll be posting some clips on TikTok. So please enjoy. I hope you listen and have an open mind with this. Now, this video is just going to be a like breakdown of what has happened to me for the past 3 weeks. And if you are fully associated, and if you are the person that knows who this is about, thank you for listening, and enjoy the video, because you're gonna realize my side of the view. Welcome to a new video. I already did my intro, so I won't go over too much. I don't want too much loud gameplay because I'm going to be talking mainly. So, well, as you can tell with my title of the video, we're back on to, my dating shit and how it's non-existent. Oh my god, this is so hot. So let me get into the story. So, you realize that I haven't posted this kind of video in like 6 months. So, within the 6 months, I have not talked to a woman in like months. And it's kind of insane that I could go that long without talking to one and being serious with one. So, that did happen. So, let me tell you, 3 weeks ago, I found this girl. You know what? That was a mistake in my life. I forgot to change the... So, with that being said, found her on Snap. We're gonna call this one, holy shit. We're gonna call her Haley Teddy Bear. Not even her name. Not even remotely her name. Not even close. So don't even try, motherfuckers. So, with that being said, I added her on Snap and blah, blah, blah. So, my last mistakes with girls on shit is snapping them. Snapping them usually leads to ghosting. Shut up, Kate. Snapping them usually leads to ghosting because they could just snap a picture and then they could just not talk, and then, you're in the... Motherfucker! You're in the realm of literally, of just not talking because, they could get away with not talking because it's snapping. Yeah, I know, Kate. So, with that being said, I decided to talk to her through chat. And by talking through her chat, I was like, okay, well, this can't go wrong. It's not getting, I didn't get ghosted. Kate, this is worse. This is fucking worse. I actually don't like this. Yeah, you're a woman, Kate. Stop it. I'll tell you. This is what I'm telling you, Kate. I'm telling you. This is why I'm telling this case. Because I can't make this shit up. I literally cannot keep making this shit up. So, I'm chatting with her for 3 weeks straight. Like, non-stop. I would text her, she would text back. This is offline! How is this happening? Call of Duty's so fucked. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I want to edit this out, but I probably won't because this is just... What the fuck? Let me play a game. Call of Duty. So we're chatting for 2 weeks, like 3 weeks straight. Now, again, I should have saw the signs with her. She kept kind of being a little dry, but she answered. And then, you would think that would be a nice little notation of her liking me. And, after 1 week of her talking to me, I was already on the ground. I am sorry, but I was already on the ground, Kate, because no girl has... If you ever watch my other videos about me talking about girls and how they last until 1 snap, 2 snap, or 2 days, or 1 day. I can't even get past 1 hour of talking to a girl on any dating site or anywhere, any fucking where. So it's actually so ass that my mindset, my standards of a person talking to me for 2 weeks and some change really got to me. That's how fucked up I am. One of my standards below the fucking hell. Way below Satan. So, like I said, 2 weeks and some change. So we're talking, and then to put the icing on this fucking cake, not only that she was just typing and just doing that, yes, a little dry and shit like that. We were talking and everything, personal shit. I don't want to air that shit. That's a little too personal on my end. So, Colette! So, then she started whooping out the voice messaging. Now, I have never in a million years have ever met a girl that I found that I fancied ever used voice messages to talk. Maybe I should have saw that as a sign of she was just too fucking lazy to text me. But, that's a good sign. Like, that's not a bad sign. I mean, the only bad sign is that they're lazy as shit to text you. But, it's better than texting dry shit. Because they would be like 45 seconds and like minutes and some change on that. Because it would be like her talking and then her saying like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then, tell me stuff that... is about the conversation. So again, I'm in my head notion of like, okay, this is going well. And, I'm talking to my other informants. I have informants in the background. No one knows this. No one will know who they are. Because I'm going to keep them a secret, and I'm keeping them always a secret. They're never going to get aired out like that. So, they're talking to me, telling me what to say a little bit now. Because, again, I have not talked to a girl past 2 to 3 weeks. A minimum for me is a day. So, me talking to a person for more than a day, a girl, is actually so hard and difficult for me. Because, yes, I was running out of shit to ask. And she got annoyed. Now, case in mind, she got annoyed that I kept asking her questions. So that should have been one flag. One red flag on the play. One! Maybe that should be a yellow flag because it's football rules. So, yellow flag on the playing field. She does not like me asking so many questions. So, you know, that would lead me to be like, alright, how the fuck am I supposed to be talking to you and getting to know you when I can't even ask you questions? So that should be one yellow flag. So that yellow flag is on the play. But, 2 weeks in, I, started to snap pictures and saved it in the chat so we could talk about shit like that. Just how else am I supposed to talk to this individual if they don't like talking or getting their asshole getting questioned? Now I get it. I was asking a frequent of fucking questions. Yes, she was. Correct! She wasn't giving me, anything to go off. She would say WBU a couple of times, but mainly it was questions that I always had to ask and she would answer. So that was, I guess that's yellow flag number 2. She wasn't asking questions back. But again, I am not used to talking to a motherfucker after 2 weeks or 2 days solidly. So usually by the second snap, first hour, I'm blocked by now. So again, I don't know how the rules are set. So with that being said, we go and talk and chat for a couple more shits. I have to send pictures because I need something to relate with. She talks about her life story and all that. So I'm coming up on 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 2 weeks of conversating, and I'm like, okay, I'm running out of shit to say. And I know I'm running out of shit. I was running out of shit to say after second week, and it was 3 weeks. So I was like to her, hey, let's have a phone conversation. And during this conversation, we were talking about maybe we should meet up. Because that's the... Correct! That's the end goal of this situation in my head. Because, why else would we just be talking for 2 to 3 weeks? Just to fucking do shit nothing about it? Now, you understand the end of the story. So, with that being said, I did that, and she said, alright. She said with her own words... And I remember this, because I'm not a dumb fuck. I said, hey, let's hang out, blah, blah, blah. She kind of shot that down. Yellow flag on the play again. Colette! So, she said, let's hang out before we make it a date. Where do you think that's gonna lead? I don't know, if you have 2 fucking brain cells, maybe something fun and potential. So I was like, alright, say less. So I was like to my informants, hey, blankety blank wants to, Haley Teddy Bear wants to hang out. And my informant told me, hey, make a phone call before that shit even happens. Which is now a good rule to stand by. Make a phone call before shit even really goes to the fan. So my informant's like, tell her to call. And I was like, I don't have a number. I'm not planning on exchanging my number unless shit really gets serious. Because of how fucked up I am. And I'm so glad that I didn't. That's a foreshadow. So with that being said, I asked her, hey, let's have a phone conversation. She's busy as fuck. She's as busy as a motherfucker. And I'm like, okay, it's one of those type of girls that have to be around her schedule and shit like that. So, okay, I was being tolerant of that. So, tolerant number 1 on the flag. So, I said, okay, let's have a phone conversation. You plan it because you are on the time schedule shit. So, I don't want to make or break this, scheduling. She said, okay, I'll pick a day. We picked a day. Now, this is some monkey-ass shit. I didn't want to answer her because that day that we were supposed to phone call because I was running out of shit to say and I didn't want to talk and blab my whole mouth off before a phone conversation because, what am I going to say if a phone conversation went off and all that? So, I messaged her, within that day, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. actually. This is by God the truth. And I did it, and I did it, full well and knowing that I have to wait for a phone call. So now it's getting fucking sketchy. It's like 4, 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m. And I'm like, okay, I'm still left undelivered. And then, lo and behold, she answers the text and says, I'll call you when I can after a client. I won't tell you her occupation because, no doxing in this fucking town. So I said, okay, cool. I will do that. I'll wait. So I'm on my laptop doing shit. I forgot, I really don't give a shit what I was doing on my laptop. So I get a ring. I didn't even know she was ringing that time. So I answer the phone. Now I won't I don't know how much information I could describe on this. She is Italian and a little German. Now that probably gave away the biggest hint if she ever watches this video. So fuck you. So she comes in with her Italian accent and all that. I could hear it through the phone and all that shit. Like, Italian. Nice shit. Like, you know, cool shit. So then we get into the phone conversation. We talk about I talked about, hey, what did you do all day? Because it seemed like you did a lot of shit. She said yes, she did whatever she had to do for her occupation. Again, I'm not gonna blur the fuck out, because I'm not an asshole. So she says that blur shit, and we get into the conversation and all that. And then, lo and behold, now this is the big fucking kicker. I don't ask it. She says it. So this was in her head, in her mind, this whole fucking time. She says, we're gonna be friends. Because I was out of a relationship 2 months ago. Now, in my head, as soon as that conversation just dropped, and as soon as she said those lines, and I was like, motherfucker! Fuck! Another wall to fucking punch. I'm gonna be making a video in my part 2. This is why you need to listen to part 2 to understand all these parts, and part 1 to part 2. I'm gonna be ranting about why friends with girls is bull fucking shit. Unless there's an unless part. I'm not fully against it, but there's a fucking certain degree of bullshit you want to deal with that type of relationship of a friend with a girl. Now, I'll get into that with the next video, and you'll see it in the next video. So, as that nuke went off, my interest went from 11 out of 10 to 2 out of 10. Why the fuck am I on this fucking phone conversation? So, you know, I have to swallow my pride and swallow this fucking misery of bullshit that I have to listen to. That, again, another girl that was traumatized as fuck that I'm talking to is still traumatized as fuck and still fucked up by an ex, of course, willingly. So with that being said, I was zoned out, already done. So I'll tell you this kind of part conversation because I know this is never gonna fucking happen with her, because clearly I'll tell you with the end of this video what the result is with this phone call conversation. So after that, I was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, we're gonna still hang out and blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, fucking right, my asshole, we're gonna hang out, because after you just said that notion, why the fuck would I even want to do that in the first fucking place? So, after that, she kept saying, did you ever try seltzer water? I don't fucking like seltzer water as fucking shit. It's ass. So, she's like, I'm gonna have to change that for you. And I was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to change my mood right now, motherfucker. But clearly you're not. So, as she's saying this, I'm like, I'm running out of fucking options of here to talk. So after that, she said, oh, blankety blank with a car. I don't want to give out too much information on that segment of the call, but she said her car broke down and all that shit. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I could witness your driving skills and blah, blah, blah. I was just joking. I was joking the fuck out of her. I was taking the piss so hard because I was like, nope, nope, nope. If we're just going to be friends, then stay in your car and I stay in mine. I already have car problems, so I don't give a shit. So with that being said, all that done and done dusted. The result, she wants to be friends and friends only, and I know what's gonna... Oh, damn it! I know, and I know what's gonna happen after this. Dog shit fucking nothing. And I already knew that. Now, again, it was kind of my fault because I zoned the fuck out and my fucks were out the window by then. After that, let's be friends and I'm still healing from an old relationship 2 months ago or whatever the bullshit she wants to say to me. Now, case in point, is she letting me down with just being friends? Yes. Because you want to know a kicker to this story? She was on Tinder. I found her on Tinder 2 days prior to this phone conversation. That, strike number 3, red flag on the fucking play. Red flag on the fucking play. Red flag. She says in her bio, I want a long-term relationship. What on earth are you fucking talking about? You want a long-term relationship, but I'm hearing in my other fucking ear, oh, let's just be friends. I'm still healing off from my relationship. Alright, so tell me this. What fucking earth are we on where a long-term relationship doesn't mean you don't want a relationship right now? Can anyone explain that? Long-term relationship, but doesn't want to be dating anyone because of an ex. Now I know you're going to write in the comments or you're going to write in every section, oh, she just friend zoned you. Yeah, no fucking shit, Sherlock. Motherfucker, I got that. Okay? Okay? Fuck you, okay? I got it. I got that. I got that idea. I have it in my head. It's in my head now. Instilled in my head now. She does not give a fuck from day one. Day one. So, okay. I don't give a shit now. But, so after this phone conversation and knowing full well that she has a Tinder, and it was active! It was active! It wasn't non-active, and I'm so glad that Tinder added a fucking update where it tells you if they are active or not, so then you know who's a sly little fucking asshole. So, I know willingly she has it inactive and shit like that. So, we all know the answer from this. So, with that being said, after the phone conversation, I hung up. I try with all my will and all my heart and all my gut, my sweat and blood to keep a conversation going. But I know in my fucking head that she's, one, gonna leave me unopened and never, ever fucking talk to me ever again. And so, with that being said, a day after that phone conversation, she leaves me unopened for the first time after 3 weeks. So this is happening right now. She's on the top of my Snapchat list, which is actually AIDS in a fucking bullshit mess because I don't want to see that shit anymore. And yeah, she still has me on left unopened. So, yeah. That is the whole story of this conversation. She left me unopened and told me that we're friends. And she doesn't want a relationship, but has a fucking Tinder account that says long-term relationship. Looking forward. So, And the next video that I'm going to be talking about is a little bit of a rant. Stop fucking friend zoning people if you're not interested in them. Because friends are not that type of friends. Now, I'll go into the details of what my thoughts are with being friends with a girl is, because it's definitely not what the fuck they want, and definitely not what the fuck I want, because clearly, I know that was her opt-out of not feeling bad if she gets a boyfriend in the next 6 fucking months, that she probably will get a boyfriend within the next 6 fucking months. Because again, if you have watched my videos, there was times where I told you in these type of videos that the girl that friend zoned me, this is not the first fucking time, I hope you guys know this, the girl that friend zoned me literally has a boyfriend in the next 2 months. In the next 2 weeks. Solidly. In the next 2 weeks. So, again, I know what we are just friends conversation is. She doesn't want to be friends, or she doesn't want a relationship with me. I know. Fuck you, and fuck this fucking shit. I'm so over this. Just tell me you're not interested, so I could just fucking fuck off. 3 weeks, come on. I get it, Colette. I get it, you were kind of dry, but did you not understand the fucking rocks that I was throwing? I said, hey, let's hang out. Hey, I'll take you out. Hey, blankety. That just goes over people's heads. Like, that person is not interested in you. Go back to fucking education of languages. If a person wasn't interested, they would not talk to you. A guy would not talk to you. Us guys are more simple. If we don't want to talk to you, we won't. And we don't have to. If you give us a hint, we will take the hint. Now, if it's too subtle, of course not. But if it's, I'm not interested, yes, we will take the hint. But fucking clearly, I remember her saying we can hang out and then go on a date and see what happens. Why the fuck would you say that in the same conversation when you want to friend zone me and reject me in the simplest ways? Like, what the fuck? Also, to add to this point, I have never sent her my face, by the way. So, she doesn't, I was on the, well, of course, you know, this is the internet, baby. 2025, Nuketown 2025. I'm not surprised that she would find out, but I made it my life goal not to show my face, because again, that has always been the instrumental of my downfall with every girl in fucking Jersey. I'll dox myself what state I am, but I did not show my face, and I did not plan on showing my face until whatever happens, until comfortability comes into play. But on the phone conversation, she did say, you look young. Now, I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment or shit like that. But fuck, I don't know. I don't know how to take it. I'm still wondering how to take it. She did say it wasn't an insult. It was a compliment. But again, you don't fucking say that. So here's my theory. Now, I could be wrong. So, she must have saw my Tinder. Because I think if you see someone on Tinder, their profile will go down the line a little bit. Oh my god. They'll go down the line of who's on Tinder, and it will show a person. So she must have been on there and saw me. And finally, I think this is where because the conversation where she said that, oh, let's see where this goes with this hangout, was a day before I saw her on Tinder. And I bet Tinder took 6 hours for her to show my profile, so she probably saw what I looked at, or what I look like. Now, that's just a theory of, I don't know, so that will go down as another situation of I am not wanted in New Jersey. No girl likes Asians in this fucking God forbidden state of bullshit. So maybe that is what changed her mind after seeing what I look like. So fuck you. But I won't ever get that answer because I'm left unopened. And I'm not gonna fucking ask her because I'm not gonna deal with that other heartbreak because I'm already trying to get over this bullshit of mess. Again, 6 months later. Thank you. So, all in all, I'm annoyed. I'm mad. Now, I'm not fully mad at her. You might take in point that I am mad at her. Yes, I'm a little bit mad. The only part that I'm mad at is that she fucking took 3 weeks to tell me that we're just gonna be friends and bullshit like that. Like, motherfucker, like, I have too many friends! My friends of girls is, it's overcapacitated. It's overcapacitated. I cannot take any more. I have so many girlfriends that are friends, that are girls. I have too many. I have too many. My neighbor that rejected me. Because if we're gonna go off of let's be friends and never fucking talk to her again, I have my neighbor. I have a fucking girl from Tinder, a girl from Hinge, a girl from Bumble, a girl from every fucking place in New Jersey. I have so many friends now. And guess what? They don't even talk to me. So I get it, Colette. So, I don't need any of your pity fucking friendships. I already have them. I'm overcapacitated. And if you think I don't have any friends, I really do actually have in real life friends. So I'm good in the friend department. Fuck off. I don't need your fucking friendship or bullshit now talking. I already have it. I have so many. I have too many. So, fuck you. And fuck you, whoever's gonna do this to me again. Because I know, and I swear to God, if this happens again, I swear to God, if this ever happens again, I am going to flip shit. I'm going to flip shit. That's what I'm gonna do. But, like I'm saying, I am overcapacitated with friends that are girls that don't talk to me. You wait in the queue, motherfucker. Wait in the queue, motherfucker. I don't need you. But, yeah. That is all I have to say because I just want this written down or, jotted down on the record and on the face of the earth. Now, if you have any fucking comment that I shouldn't be doing this, go fuck yourself. If you're my friend, if you know me, and I said in the intro that I'll be edited in, go fuck yourself. I'm not scared of what happens to me in my dating life. Maybe you are, and you're just a giant fucking pussy about it, but there's some bullshit that I cannot deal with, and this is it. Repetitive bullshit. So, if you want to go cry in the corner by yourself and say all that and keep it to yourself, good fucking luck. I am a nuclear power plant. I am going to Chernobyl the fuck out of this topic. Because the topic of how many fucking times I have to come back to Blackops 2 Nuketown 2025 free-for-all is absurd. This has been going on for 3 years. I made my first video 3 years ago. Now this has been happening for longer than 3 years, but I had to scrunch the timeline in that video. So, that is all. My part 2 that I'm going to be having is the rant about let's just be friends, and I'm going to reject you softly like that. Now, I have a real complaint about that. So, stay tuned. And Kate, if you're still here, that's what happened. That is what happened. 3 weeks of bullshit, and a phone call later, friend zone, rejected softly, and left unopened. So, yeah. That's what happened, Kate. And that's what happens. So, fuck you, New Jersey. You're a dog fucking piece of shit. And I still have that Jersey curse. Fuck you. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.
Damn boy, she don't want no love. She a hoe to me, but I'm still gon' shoot my shot like a 2-2-3. She the type of bitch that pass around to the whole team, trying not to fall in love. She belong to the streets. Oh, my daddy ain't just like me. Fall in love with every big titty bitch she see. Mama know she raised a G, but I'm a sucker for the beat, trying not to fall in love.